I've been waiting all day to see this Superman punch. Let's pull this up.
I promise you, whatever you're imagining, it's going to exceed your expectations.
You're capping.
Told you.
You got him.
Did you used to be friendly with Sneako?
Oh, yeah, we both told him that. Don't do it.
Super beginning. It was like, listen, you're going to be Rumble exclusive if you do this. All right, well, welcome to a episode 10 or 11? 11.
Get with the program, Dan.
First topic.
Yeah.
Sneako. What do you know about him? Cliff Notes.
He got famous when he was young, and he is just still getting high on his own supply, is my read.
Okay. What do you know about this guy?
So much. We wouldn't be able to cover it in the hour we have to shoot.
That's why it's called Cliff Notes.
Sneako is a kid that started a YouTube career at the age of 14. He became known for doing recorded videos where he would talk about life, growing up, coming of age type, young adolescent male stuff.
He did Black Ops videos.
He did commentary stuff a little bit over gaming videos, but then eventually he got a little bit older. He fell into red pill spaces. He started to get too edgy. He got banned from YouTube. Then he started to get banned from more stuff as he became more edgy, and now he is a Rumble exclusive creator who travels the world trying to live off the connections he has and scamming people with his creator club bullshit.
What's in the creator club as far as you know?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
No clue.
Life advice.
Life advice.
Yeah. How to be like a guy.
Do you think that me and Steve could give some life advice to people?
Do you want to give me advice?
Don't group me in with Dan. I could give life advice.
I could give life advice.
Dan,
what would you advise me?
What do you want to be advised on?
Life advice on?
Relationship stuff.
Okay.
Dump her.
Stay with her. There you go.
Just stay with her.
Okay. You know what?
How long have you been together
Stability is good.
20 years, he told me.
No, how long have you been together for?
Almost 10 years. Well,
Yeah.
a little over 9 years.
At that point, it's sunk cost, yeah. You kind of got to stay around.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
You don't have much life left.
You know in your heart sometimes. You know when you're away from someone for a little bit of time, you know immediately that they're the right person for you after like 4 or 5 days.
What do you mean?
Basically, like imagine
wrong.
you're another girl and all you can think about is Dan's mom's puss.
Right now, that conversation right there, you'll know that sex has nothing to do with it. It's about
the loving embrace.
it's not about the loving embrace. It's about being a duo. Like what games do you play? Like COD, right?
Elden Ring, COD, Sekiro.
Okay,
whatever.
it's like having like a premium duo. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what it is. And when you have that premium duo, you know. And when you step away from it for a little bit, that's when it all makes sense. Let's pull up some. I've been waiting all day to see this Superman punch. This is going to be some wild shit. Let's pull this up.
I promise you, whatever you're imagining, it's going to exceed your expectations.
You're capping.
I'm not. Watch.
For real, right now.
For realsies.
Let's see it.
This guy, I told you.
He got him. Did you see him get him?
I saw him.
You can't see the point of contact.
You don't need to. You can feel it. It was earth shatter. You felt it around the world.
Where's the video?
Here.
I want to see the other side,
busted
though.
up too. Smile for me, man.
Oh my
This is the
God.
security guard at this thing, at this event, right up here. We got this guy jumped off the stage. No one attacked this guy. Punched Sneako in the face. No one touched him. He jumped off the stage, hit Sneako in the face. I watched the whole thing happen. This was just right now?
Just now. The guy that he got off the speech to go play his music, he just got rocked in the face. But I'm a non-violent person. And I care about America first. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. We'll take it through the legal necessary ways we got to do because
We're going to sue him.
Can the guy who punched him, do you think he's going to get over this?
Who knows?
Like if you tip someone's hat and then you punch someone, will the police say, well, you provoked it?
Bro, I told you. Ronaldo, never touch somebody's hat. Bro, you don't touch another grown man's hat. What are you these streamers, they don't know how to act in public. You think it's all fun and games? That's fighting activity, Ronaldo. You do not touch somebody's hat. Watch what happens.
Who knows?
Clearly there would be laws where you would be legally entitled to punch someone.
This is where a jury comes in, and they say, is it a reasonable, proportional response?
No, but I'm sure there's statutes though, right? Like
There's a statute about touching someone's hat.
that's what I'm asking.
Touch my hat. Watch what happens.
Lean forward. I'm going to do it.
Somebody already knocked all the teeth out, Dan. You can't use that anymore.
Yeah.
It's so much less intimidating.
I understand. I don't want you're too pretty. That mouth.
You think I'm pretty?
Jesus Christ.
Is it the lip ring?
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, what's next?
Wow.
How do you
Okay.
feel about that? Give us your feelings about that. So you saw him get
I
punched.
want to see the other angle
Why?
because I want to see him get punched in the face, Superman style.
I don't think there is another angle. I think that's
I mean,
it.
there's 4 other things here.
I didn't see any videos.
All right, the Falcon Punch plus aftermath. Aftermath.
That's the one we just watched.
That's the one we
Okay.
just watched.
More Twitch streamers make threats against Destiny about seeing him at TwitchCon.
The guy who said it was on site at TwitchCon if he saw Destiny.
I dealt with kids like this all the time in high school.
What if I want the satisfaction?
As an adult, you have to at some point respond, but keeping it to sanction about character and not physically is great. I mean, listen, all I'm saying is on site, you know, we all have different ways that we react.
Descendants may be, they have nothing to do with slavery. It is ridiculous to even insinuate that anything should happen to anyone who's a descendant of, slave owners. You don't owe...
No, that is not what he's saying. What he is saying, because he understands this, but for anyone who is a little confused, Sean is not saying that. Sean is saying that destiny is a consequence of what happens when you don't wipe slavery clean from this earth.
I'm going to show up there and look for people and see if anybody beats me up.
You're a pussy. None of them are going to do anything either. They're all pussies.
Then I'll just go walk around them, see what happens.
What are they? What is he even like threatening to do? Like just walk up and punch
He's going to
you?
on-site me.
on
On-site
site
me.
because you are personally stopping the communist socialist revolution
True,
from happening.
because of people like me.
So easy to just, it will solve all of our problems. We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy. This is what happens when you don't kill every single slave owner after slavery. That's what you get. You should totally be allowed to call it violence against destiny.
Now, right now, it's only online stuff, which is fine. It's not really fine. It's actually f***ed up. I need to say that more.
Sean the Black, now the newest victim of the group of individuals that is very upset.
I like this too. He's the victim after like giving a pros list for why I should be assassinated.
Is on site.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. That's a lot of pressure.
Exactly. I'm trying my best to hold back the deluge of communism.
Deluge.
It's deluge.
It's deluge. But that's okay. Let Dan, he likes to do his thing.
Hold on.
Oh, the Mac lady's about to correct him again. Oof.
Like usually.
My God.
Okay.
It's okay. ESL, right?
It seems like such a weird, like he's telling his chat that he's going to what? Like walk up and punch you?
I don't know.
Like
Whatever, virtue signal, yeah.
So what happens when he inevitably doesn't do that? Is he going to get on the mic the next
I mean,
day?
what are
and be
these
like,
guys?
"Oh, it's
They
just- I
always
never
have
saw-"
like a reason to be retarded. I don't know.
It's just so fucking weird.
Well,
It is.
this guy's a pussy, right?
But they all are.
And he's like, he lives in a trailer, as far as I know, right?
Oh, the Gimlor dude or whatever?
Yeah.
He might, yeah.
So he doesn't have a lot to lose.
Well, isn't that the best time to attack somebody?
Yeah, he's like, you're going to take away my trailer. Stop, please, no. Can you get homestead on a trailer? Do you know?
Homestead?
Homestead protection is when you have protection on your home, basically, from all creditors, except for the IRS and something else. Homestead protection is a very interesting, powerful mechanic. In Florida, it's very strong.
What are we even talking about?
He's probably talking about there's probably a protection on whatever your main domicile is included so that if like creditors come after you file like Chapter 7 bankruptcy, they can't actually take your home because they don't want to leave people homeless because of creditors going after them. That's my guess.
What do you think of the Biden thing not letting student debt fuck with your credit? What do you think about that?
I don't know anything about it. I mean, if you can't pay your student loans back, I mean, I imagine it probably should have some impact on your credit worthiness. I would imagine, no?
What do you think, Dan?
I think it should affect your credit. I know that sucks, but at the end of the day, someone's giving you money so that you can have a more prosperous career, right? And you can make more money over the course of your life. And I think that, like, just saying, hey, fuck you, student loans, LOL, like, it's nice, but I don't know if it matters. I feel like young people don't vote. It's worthless to, like, do, like, student loan forgiveness and things like that. If I were trying to run for president, I would do shit like we're going to boost your Medicaid or like, you know, more lazy boys for everyone
Medicare,
over.
But yeah, go ahead.
Medicare. Yeah. More lazy boys for everyone over 50 or something. Just young people just don't matter at the end of the day. That's it. That's all there is.
I think they voted in record numbers in 2020. I think half of young people voted, which was like a lot.
Damn.
Yeah, but old people shit on young people.
They're like 85%.
Yeah, I would
voting.
I would not care about young people at all. I would tell young people to suck my dick.
Jesus.
And then I would.
You would tell how young.
Okay, that's not what I meant. Sorry. I meant. Okay. Not. All right.
This is why Hassan keeps making those comments about me. I get it.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway.
Zherka and Heelmike banned on Kick for allegedly soliciting minors.
Damn.
And not the miners that work in the coal mines. Different, in case you're confused. They weren't going
You don't
after.
think children have ever worked in coal mines before?
Well, I'm just saying they weren't going after coal miners specifically.
Oh, okay.
They were going after minors, meaning people under the age of 18.
Okay.
I just wanted to clear that up for you because I know that you would get confused and be like, "Why? That's interesting. Why?" So as you can see on stream here, look
What
at
did I
it.
get confused over?
Well, because you would naturally assume that we were talking about coal miners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Read the article for us.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Zherka and sorry, Kickstaff. Sorry. Kickstaff have Kickstaff have responded to Zherka and Heelmike's ban after the two allegedly solicited minors while live on the site, explaining that when it comes to kids, the company won't fuck around.
Nice phrasing. Okay.
Zherka and Heelmike were both hit with permanent bans from the site after the two began hanging out with teens, one of whom was believed to be only 16 years old. When a viewer called out Heelmike, he responded by saying, "I love teenagers," and later posted a selfie in bed with the same girl. Although the two claim they were set up, quote unquote. Can you do the quote unquote things?
It's a single quote, so I don't know why you're using both your fingers.
Quote unquote.
It's a one.
Well, they were set up
I'm doing it now. You can't see it.
by one of their trusted employees. Kickstaff said the ban is irreversible. Boy, these guys use a lot of double quotes. I wanted to say Dune. Dune. I saw it during a June 11 broadcast. But I say Dune. Dune 2 was a great movie. Probably the best movie.
Better than it's not even that good.
He thought the romance was too dry.
Oh my god!
But he didn't understand the subtlety of the performances.
That's true.
Duke Leto Atreides came from a very formal kind of life, and so he was used to being kind of guarded.
Yeah, I understand.
And
Yes, he's
Chani-
role playing an autistic person, and she's autistic
And
in the role
Chani,
play. Yeah,
she's guarded.
They captured it
because
perfectly.
She had to survive in the desert.
Oh my god! Yes,
That's hard to survive in the desert.
So-
you gotta wear the still suit.
Oh yeah, and they do such a good job at conveying the risks in the desert when they
You die
act
without
hot
it.
like in no scene ever.
Well, it's
It doesn't
hot.
even seem like
It's
it's
not
that
the heat
hot.
that's gonna get you,
It doesn't
'cause
seem
they
like
have
it's-
the still
Yeah, they
suits.
have the
It's so-
suits that literally make water out of everything.
It recycles your water.
Oh, hold on, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. What was the scene again in Dune 2 where they're like worried about running out of water?
It's like every scene.
Oh,
why they have to
wait,
wear the
wait.
suits.
What was the scene in Dune 1 where they're like worried about, like,
That's
we're
the
running out of
point-
supplies?
That's the point of the still suit. It's the remedy to that problem.
Okay, what's the point thematically of introducing a hazard that ends up being rendered useless on like minute 1 of the entire thing? Well, who cares?
It's not useless. Where are you getting this idea that it's useless?
Because there's never a time where they're like, oh my god, I left my suit at home, I'm thirsting to death. Oh my god, we're running out of recyclable water. Oh my god,
they
we're-
never not wear the suit. They're always wearing the suits because water is so
Yeah, so
precious.
it trivializes the whole fact of them being in the f***ing desert.
Do you think they have air conditioning in the suit?
They don't need it because it's not even hot. They don't even sweat.
It's definitely hot.
It's clearly it's not.
What do you think the
Really?
temperature
Wait,
is?
name one scene
That-
where like it's so hot. It's too hot in here.
That does seem like a bit of a because they have technology in Dune.
Yeah.
Like why don't they have?
They
AC.
must have air conditioner.
Because
The
it's not
question is,
hot.
do
The
you think
desert is
they-
defined by lack of precipitation, not extreme temperatures. Dumb.
That makes sense because it would use water.
That makes sense because that's the dictionary definition.
of a desert?
Yes.
Let's see the dictionary definition of a
Lack
desert.
of precipitation. Don't try to test me on geology. That's my specialty.
All right. First off, there's a lot of definitions for desert.
That's because you look at dessert, you retard. 1x, not 2.
No, because it can also mean to abandon someone. You didn't even
That's
think
not
about
desert.
That.
That's to dessert.
Oh, you want to have a dessert?
No, what?
You want a dessert? My dessert in the desert?
Those are 2 different words.
They're all the same word.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Notice how none of these guys were able to name a single time where like the elements were an actual hazard in Dune, even though they hype up how dangerous and dry and deserty this world is the entire time. It's because it doesn't matter.
The whole barren area of land, especially one covered with sand.
It's okay. Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about precipitation in there.
That is.
What do you think dry means?
Characteristically desolate, waterless, and without vegetation.
Wow.
Okay,
that's a desert.
That's at the water park.
Would you that?
Yes.
The problem is, you know what that reminds me of? The anti-condoms that they invented in South Africa or something.
Yeah.
It's like you would that, but pulling out would not feel good.
It's like a hook when you're fishing.
Yes.
Yeah, like a barb.
But you would do it anyways.
Probably, yeah. Remember how epic it was when he surfed on it, and it was so epic? You probably soyed out. You were probably literally like,
was epic.
He was like, yeah, he did it.
It was objectively epic.
Objectively.
Yes.
And I haven't seen The Acolyte. Have you seen that? I've seen all the Star Wars stuff. I'm scared to watch it because people say it's bad because it's so super PC.
Episode 3 is kind of goofy. I don't know.
Is it good like The Mandalorian is good or
Mandalorian's
Andor?
not good. Andor is like, here's my hot take. Andor
Okay.
is literally better than the original trilogy.
Ooh,
like I think
wow.
Andor is
oh my god.
Andor is good.
the best Star Wars thing.
It's good. It's good.
Ever existed.
So tell me about The Acolyte.
There is a murder of Carrie-Anne Moss. She plays a Jedi.
Who the f*** is Carrie-Anne Moss?
She's in the Matrix quadrilogy.
Oh. That's, what's her face?
Trinity.
Trinity.
Yeah. So she plays a Jedi and she's murdered. And then
How could they do that to her?
they did it in the first scene. So
Right away.
I'm not spoiling anything. And so it's like a you know, and then there's some twins and then there's some witches. It's a little goofy. It's not my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
First episode.
Obi-Wan I think is really good.
Let me stop you for a second here. What was the Star Wars with Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That was it.
Wait, they didn't make that movie, did they?
No, there
They
was
made a show.
There was a Obi-Wan. Let me tell you right now. Get Liam Neeson into this shit.
The guy's like 90 years old, dude.
It doesn't matter.
Let him go.
He shows up.
Let him die.
I know he shows up.
Yeah.
He's so good.
We need Tom Cruise.
You know what?
In
That's
Star
why.
Wars.
That's why episode one was so good. It's because Liam Neeson was in it.
He
It
kind of
wasn't
hard
even
carried.
good. What are you guys talking about?
He hard carried.
Oh my god.
Let me get some more Liam Neeson. Age reduced a little bit. Episodes of Obi-Wan, and with what's his face,
McGregor.
Well,
not Connor.
The show.
Ewan.
The show
Ewan.
takes place after episode 1, so he's already dead.
Dumbass.
So we need to take that back.
Do a prequel.
Do a flashback.
prequel.
The prequel. When he was still alive. That moment before the death, but also, I mean, honestly, that would be a great show. That'd be a great show to see the two of them just tooling around.
He's too old for that now.
How old is Liam Neeson?
I'm gonna guess 76.
Okay. How old do you think Liam Neeson is?
78.
78. 76.
No,
I'm
he's looking
spelling
at-
all these words wrong. Okay. 72.
Fuck.
That's not old at all. That's chilling.
72 for like an action film.
That's
where
like
he's got to
being
be
chillin'.
flipping around a lightsaber.
They can de-ageify him a little bit.
Yeah, so we can have another Irishman.
Better than that. That was not.
I mean, like everybody.
Okay,
freaked
there was
out
that
about
bad
that.
one bad scene.
Yeah, it lasted 3 hours.
The one where he's like kicking the guy or whatever.
He was like, huh,
yeah.
huh, huh.
I thought the de-aging in that was actually not terrible. Everybody clowned on it, but the one thing that we agree on is that we both think that Everything Everywhere All at Once was
It was a good movie.
like a no. I think
Did you cry
Yeah, I did.
I did.
at the rock scene?
No, it was the one when it reminded me of you and how sad your life must be. When I saw the grandpa and he was being left behind in the world. And I was like, that's Dan.
What scene was that? The rock scene was the powerful one.
That's when the tears start.
My favorite movie was The Butterfly Effect with Ashton
Fuck
Kutcher.
off.
Where it ends with him killing himself in the womb.
Ashton Kutcher invested in Tiny Chat.
Yeah.
And Justin Bieber, since we're bringing up all these people.
Cool.
All
Call
these
him.
people that are...
Prove it. Show us your cell phone right now. Directory. Bring him out.
They don't want to talk to me anymore.
No.
I'm not cool enough anymore.
Did you speak with them and meet with them and everything?
No.
I met with Ashton Kutcher.
No, he didn't.
I did.
He's lying.
I did.
This
Met
is
with
before
Ashton
he was in
Kutcher.
that 70 show. He wasn't even popular yet.
He was at the
He probably
height.
met with Ashton Kutcher's dad.
He was at the height of his popularity.
That man, he was 17.
No.
Did you hear him talking about recently about AI movies and about
No.
how they're going to replace regular movies? He's like, you're going to go into your prompt and tell them, make me a movie about a bank robbery. And then it's just going to make a movie.
That's what they do now. That's how Dune 2 was made.
That's not true.
You retards liked it. So, yeah, it works. They put the most soy shit you can imagine in the middle. That was part of the prompt, and they had that worm riding scene.
No.
Did you seriously not like that scene?
No, it was cringe. He was a Gary Stu. He didn't even do anything. He doesn't practice. He just is magically good at everything. But there's a reason. It's because he's Atreides. The moms made him put his hand in the box. Cringe. And then they put that one actor. Why'd they put the one actor in that can never be divorced from who he is? What's his name? The guy.
Austin Butler?
Is that no? Is it
the big guy? The Baron?
No. That guy's awesome. Walken.
Christopher Walken?
Yes.
That's all you know, really.
He took it down a little bit though. He was a little
he was
a little less walking.
He was walking hard in every scene.
No, he was like walking.
As soon as I brought him on
3.
screen, I thought they spliced my film together with another f***ing troll film.
Dude, I can't find the
Find
name
me
of this fucking movie.
Atreides in the desert.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what he sounded like.
But it wasn't like that.
It
exactly.
was.
Well, I felt like it was a little more subdued.
Matt Gates, sex trafficking.
No, the next topic is Zherka and Heelmike are banned on Kick.
We
were just
with
on that,
fucking
But we
retard.
didn't talk about it.
Oh, wow. What opinion are you going to have? Do you think them trying to f a 16-year-old was good?
What do you think?
I think
Probably
it was
not.
bad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We're on the
Wow,
bad
what
side.
What a strong stance.
Yeah, why don't you
Probably
steel
not.
man the other side there, Dan?
Take the libertarian position.
I don't think I want to.
That's because you're a coward.
I don't think.
That's because you're a pussy.
No, I don't think I will. Why don't you take the steel man? I'll be the other
I
side.
will. Zherka has the mental age of a 12-year-old, so if anything, the girl him. What's the next topic?
All right. More sex stuff. Matt
Great.
Gates, sex trafficking investigation. Investigators have interviewed at least half a dozen women who allegedly attended parties where the Florida congressman was also present, who was paid by Joel Greenberg.
How do Republicans behave when they take Molly? Is what I'm so curious about.
Who is Gates' one-time close friend. Greenberg was sentenced in 2022 to 11 years in federal prison. Holy shit. 11 years? Damn.
This is saying that they were at a party that he attended. I don't care.
No. He the Greenberg guy,
Yeah.
like Gates would text him, and then Greenberg would fly out women. One of them was allegedly 17.
Allegedly.
And then they would go to these parties and take Molly. But again, like, what do Republicans do when they're on Molly?
What do you mean? It
Like-
sounds like he's trying to. Well, if you're, it's with the 17-year-old, you're probably trying to f them.
But like, but it makes you like an empathetic, kind like, how do you talk about immigration when you're on?
Well,
Molly?
my guess is if you've grabbed a 17-year-old
He
girl,
would
you're
know
not taking
the answer
drugs.
to this, by the way.
No, I don't do drugs with minors.
He's saying that you.
No, I'm saying that he does drugs and then talks about politics.
No, I don't.
You do.
Why would I take drugs and talk about politics?
Isn't that like every day?
Oh, he's referring to my Vyvanse.
Vyvanse, yeah.
He thinks that's MDMA. He doesn't know anything about drugs.
I know everything about drugs. I know more than he does. I'm smarter than he is.
Is MDMA like? Aren't there amphetamines in it?
I have also
That's
3
what
points.
the last
on him.
two letters stand for. Is
He's
methamphetamine.
another 135er. He doesn't know. Us 138ers just looking down upon you.
Have you taken Molly?
No.
He wouldn't even know. He has no idea what it even is.
Yeah.
You know what this is? This is like a very high stakes game of like not saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. It's like you got to be on your game constantly. You can't think the wrong thing ever.
Is that a struggle for you?
See, this is what I'm saying.
I'm just curious. Is that a struggle for you in these conversations for your mind wandering?
No.
Does he just bring slurs out of you?
Sometimes.
Okay, I thought if they said I did that to JonTron, so.
Poor JonTron.
No.
His career ended one time.
No,
he still makes videos. He's good.
You don't think it was ended?
No.
No.
It was just a little road bump.
You know, do you think
99% of his audience probably have no idea?
Well, I'd say probably more than that.
Do you think we could get him?
He still crushes it, though.
Do you think we could get him on an episode of anything else?
I don't.
Absolutely.
I don't.
Contact him, but just don't say I'm associate. I'll just show up.
Be like, hey, JonTron.
I think that was the first video of yours that I ever saw.
Cute.
Yeah.
Seen.
Yeah.
Is the appropriate word.
That was a wild conversation. But when was that? Like 2017?
Mm-hmm.
He just really hates black people. At the end of the day, he's just like, you know what? I just don't like them.
It was surreal. You're listening to this like prolific YouTuber talking about how it's important to preserve a white majority.
He was like, this is totally not going to be an issue with my career. It'll be fine.
Maybe he just wanted a little break.
All right.
Maybe he was tipsy.
Okay.
What's next?
Maybe he was on MDMA.
Let's go.
NVIDIA topples Microsoft as the most valuable company in the world.
Oh my God, what a great buy for me. I made $100,000.
I told you that was a bad buy, and you did it anyways.
I logged into my Vanguard account. I was like, oh.
You should definitely sell, by the way.
You think I should?
100%.
But then I have to pay ordinary income.
Yeah, but that's fine. It's still money. At the end of the day, if you have to look at it, if there's that much money in making...
But it could be more money.
Is this just because of AI?
Yes.
Everybody's
but
buying
the other
up
thing,
NVIDIA
how often
I would listen to Dan.
How often do you use AI?
Never. I asked AI
Fucking
to write me an inspirational patriotic speech.
Who?
And it fucking Grok. I asked the Twitter AI.
I asked ChatGPT to add up some shit, and it gave me the wrong fucking number.
Really?
And I was okay. Basically, I pasted a bunch of shit. I was like, give me the total of what this is.
Why the f are you using AI for a calculator?
Because
have you ever heard of
could
Excel?
Shut up. Okay. I pasted in a bunch of shit. I was like, hey, tell me what the monthly total of what this is of all these sales. And I did it, and it was wrong. And I was like, okay, tell me how many of this are there? And there's like, oh, there's 14. Okay. How many of this are there? And there's like 7. Okay. How much is 7 plus 14? And like, oh, that's 21. Okay. What was the other answer you gave me? It was 24. Okay. Why'd you give me 24? He's like, oh, sorry. I gave you that answer. The correct answer is 21. I was like, yeah, no shit. It's just.
It can admit when it's wrong.
But it's retarded.
Well, it's humble.
Why don't we only get old motherfuckers?
Didn't you say it earlier? Because old people are the ones that vote the most?
Yeah, I understand that, but why can't we get... We had JFK. He was like a based president, right?
That was a long time ago. He'd be old now.
He kind of waffled on civil rights.
What was he? He hated black people?
I think so.
I mean, at that time, I think most people did.
No, I don't think. I think there was not enough political will to get it done.
Mm.
And then LBJ used him as like a martyr to get it done.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another interesting country, El Salvador.
With the Bitcoin president?
The Bitcoin president, yeah. So
he's really popular, I think.
El Salvador has a huge gang problem. And he's basically just killing them, as far as I know.
Jesus.
Didn't he call like a meeting with his cabinet and then announced he was going to investigate them all for corruption? Like live on camera?
I don't know about that. That sounds sick, though.
I think
that's like a live stream.
I think he did. He also spoke at CPAC, I think, this year.
I'm gonna be honest. It sounds like things that not a good guy does. Doesn't sound like good guy actions.
He's not a good guy.
He's a populist.
Oh yeah, like a Hitler.
I don't know if he's that bad.
But he's like a Hitler, like a populist Hitler.
He's a populist.
I think Hitler was probably a populist.
Yeah.
Did you used to be friendly with Sneako?
Friendly, yeah.
Yeah. There's actually an Instagram image of me and Steven and
Sneako. You met him too?
I did.
When was
I
this?
remember that.
Yeah.
We were at a restaurant.
Prime 195, 112.
Was this pre-Nazi salute Sneako or?
Yes.
Okay.
This is right at the beginning. And Steven was like, listen, don't go down this road.
Oh, yeah. We both told him that. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Your shit's going to be
This is when he was starting to dabble.
This was the super beginning. It was like, listen, you're going to be Rumble exclusive if you do this. And he was like, nah, I'm going to be on YouTube. No worries.
Forever.
And I was
and
like,
ever and ever.
I don't think so. I think you're going to be a Rumble homie.
I think when you first, like, if you experience a lot of internet popularity, when it first happens, you do kind of feel invincible.
It's super.
And I think in his case, he's down that. Like, I feel like he probably doesn't have like a foundational kind of anchor to reality.
You know what's interesting?
Tell us.
His early stuff was so cool, so good, so unique, had such a flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he give it all up just to be like a?
Are you talking about him walking up to people asking him if it's okay to say like the N-word? Was that the?
No, like his early content was good and unique and
the Black
edited
Ops 2
well.
commentaries?
And edited well, and it was good video, and it was. I don't want to say it was thought provoking because it wasn't, but it was good. It was good YouTube content. He had his thing going, and now it's just like sucking the dick of Islam or something. I guess. Well, why are you shaking your head like that?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
So it just seems. I mean, maybe there's money in it. I don't know.
What do you? I'm curious. What do you do to keep yourself like grounded in reality?
I just walk a higher path. I don't even think
more
about
righteous.
it. Generally, what I do is I'll wake up in the morning and then I'm confronted with all the problems of the day, and I allow my intuition to guide me without a second thought to the correct decision every single time, and I just transcend. Honestly, that's a discussion for another time. But there's like a whole host of like things that I try to keep in mind at all points in time so that I'm not like going too far off in one direction. It comes down to like how I moderate my community, what kind of criticism I keep around, what kind of criticism I ban, the people that I associate with, like how I review debates. There's like a whole bunch of shit that I.
Because you've met when you meet a lot of creators, there's ones that you can tell that are in their little content world, and that's their world. And then there's others that you meet, and you're like, okay, this person has.
I think something that probably helped me was
to...
coming from the real world instead of a lot of people start at like 14, 15 in like YouTube content creator space. That probably lets you blast off a little bit more. Why are you looking at me like that?
I didn't get into the content stuff until I was 26, so I had like a whole, Yeah, I
didn't start until 46 personally.
Yeah. When did you get into content?
Oh, 46, as I said.
Wow. Time travel.
Oh, you were one of the early ones. Machinima fucked bros, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Did you have a fuck Machinima contract?
I got fucked harder than anybody with a fuck Machinima contract because they hired me salary and they paid me $45,000 the first year, $55,000 the next year, and then
wait, what year was this?
In the height of my popularity.
Oh shit! Okay, never mind.
So like,
because I was gonna say this is like 2009, 2010, or 2011.
But I like this. So I took a salary position before they rolled up individual channels because before you had to post your shit to Machinima to get paid for it.
Oh yeah, and they would make you post it there, YouTube.
Yeah, and then it was like 6 months into the job they started rolling up individual creators. But by that time, I had part of the contract was literally I signed my channel away to them, and so I had to like get it back eventually. But
I do miss some elements of the early days of that time. I know you guys are like, oh, there's these companies that are exploiting you, but like, you're the man now, dog. Like that was like a site. That was a thing. You don't even know about this site?
No.
Oh my God.
That's not what you would miss. It was a retarded site.
It was a based site. It was good.
It was definitely the Wild Wild West on YouTube for a good 3 or 4 years.
Look, I'll say this as an entrepreneur.
Sorry, something got caught in my throat. My bad. Go ahead.
The interesting part about that time was that when you made a company, you could be unique about it. So there wasn't an API that let you do what you wanted to do. You had to figure it out and do it. So if you wanted to create this web-based X or Y or Z or whatever, you actually had to go and you had to do it. It wasn't you could go.
There was no Stack Overflow. Okay?
No, not Stack Overflow. There wasn't an API that let you go and do this.
There wasn't no HTML, TTPS.
Okay, I feel like I'm being
You had to
disregarded.
program. You had to do it all from the ground up.
You had to learn. You had to do a lot of shit.
They didn't
was
have
different.
compilers back then. You had to compile and run your own code.
That's
that's
not
like?
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
They didn't have assembly back then. You just typed zeros and ones.
They had assembly.
It was crazy.
No one typed zeros and ones.
You know what it was back then, though, as
What?
far as like the content stuff? It's like back then it was about like this was in the era of like South Park and Chappelle Show, and it was about just like being obscene just because you could.
Yeah.
Because the television was carefully regulated, and so they were very particular about what you couldn't say or what you couldn't show. And then the internet came out, and it was just the point was just to do it just because you could, just because they were telling you that you couldn't do it for so long. And so, if like the youngins were to go back and were to watch the content from back then, I'm sure they would be just
They'd have a conniption.
appalled. They would go into like a serious,
I think it's. I'm scared. I'm not scared. It's not the right word. I'm nervous for our children.
What was so funny about that?
Yeah, what was funny?
What's so funny about that?
Because when we grew up,
Yeah.
I think what we did online is gone. And when I say it's gone, I mean it's gone. I don't think there's an archive of it. I don't think there's.
Oh, I thought you were going in a different direction.
Like it's completely gone. The stuff that we did when we were 13, 14, 15, 16 online on the internet is completely gone. There is no archive. There is no.
What were we doing at 15?
It doesn't
on the
matter.
internet,
Like chatting in a chat room or posting on some forum. There is no backup of that.
We posted.
Yeah.
It's gone. But now it's different. So I feel for the people that are now 16, 17, 18 that are posting on the internet, not understanding that every word that they say is.
Are you going to let your kids be on social media?
I let my kids go wild.
Jesus Christ.
Completely, basically unmonitored completely.
Based. Fucking A.
I feel like if I was a parent, I would be really reluctant to let them have like an IG or a Snap or.
Fuck them. Let them learn early.
The problem is that my kids, they're like me.
They'll find a way.
They're 138 IQ. You can't understand as a 135er.
135, it's tough.
You can't understand. That's 3 levels over your head.
Yeah.
They have the natural curiosity to do crazy shit. And I can't stop them. Any limits I try to put in place.
But couldn't you though?
No.
Don't they have like apps that you can put on their phone where you can monitor literally everything that they do?
My kids are geniuses.
Okay. Yeah, but those are like pretty foolproof.
No, they're so smart. They download shit like it's like a fake Bible, but you open it and it's the Tor browser. I can't even begin to protect my kids.
Are they really that savvy?
Oh, my daughter is I've given up. She's smarter than me.
My parents were just straight up just tough shit. Like they didn't let me watch any TV on the weekdays.
I could cut off the internet and this kid would be hard tapping into the hardwire of the house type of shit. Okay? There's nothing I can do. Nathan, obviously, is the same way. It's like to try and monitor what's going on with these kids. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared mentally or physically to do this.
I feel like they have some like really good apps where you can watch.
You have good apps that are one Google search away for this kid to be like, how do I bypass retard app? And then they do it.
But the apps would tell you that you've bypassed it. And
No, they're too smart.
I feel like you're just assuming
My daughter
that's the case.
And Steven's son laugh at our attempts to do this.
Do you not think that there are apps that could monitor literally every
The problem,
thing?
it used to be that way, but the problem is like kids have access to so many devices that it's hard to control. So like, we used to restrict my son's things, but he's got like an iPad at school. Their friends will bring their cell phones. There's like a whole ass like system of shit. for them to like get around. So even if you put something individual in their account, they might like have other shit that they log into, and it's really hard to log.
Like I do.
You don't know like how many devices your kid has?
How would you know if they're logging into like something like an incognito browser on an iPad that's issued to them at school?
But
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. You're
or for a while, or somebody
No,
might
but
have
then-
like
but
another
then-
Discord account that they only log into their friend's cell phone on the school bus. Like, how would you know that? It's hard.
You're telling me the kids that are deprived of internet are borrowing their friends' phones and signing into their Discord.
Not to like do weird shit out my kid, but yeah, we found a second cell phone from somebody.
Yeah,
when he was at school, I was like, bro.
You know what? It's like a mixture of being upset, but also like, yeah, that's the motherfucker. That's my kid right there. That's right. He's bypassing all my restrictions. Yeah, that's what it is. They are smart as and they're sneaky, and there's nothing you can do about it. Except, you know, the sad part is you are now like your parents when you were a kid.
I'm nothing.
You are
like my parents.
And it's like they're trying to put like rules, like, oh, you can't use the internet. I'm disconnecting it, and you're like sitting there like retards.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna plug it
himself.
in.
I'm not like my parents.
I'm not. I don't have any kids, so my mom, she started having babies when she was 19 years old. So
When did I have my first kid? When I was, how old am I now? 40? I guess when I was 26.
It would have been right when you met your wife, right? Because you said she wouldn't be able to escape if she was pregnant with your first kid.
That's really funny. It's like an excellent joke that you've just made right there. On the scale of jokes, I would give that like probably an 8.25 out of 10. What do you think?
7.25. Like he's had some better.
7.25?
Yeah.
It's a 142 joke. 138s wouldn't get it.
Well, he's 140. I'm 130. Wait,
no, you're 135.
I'm 135. You're
135s aren't good at remembering numbers.
Well, then I'm fucked.
138s aren't good at humor or controlling their alcohol intake. 142s are just the master.
You are not a 142.
I am a 142.
I'm smarter than you.
Okay.
I
A
think
138 would think that.
You
can't even perceive the.
What's the capital of Sweden?
Stockholm.
No.
I don't know. What is it?
I don't. I should too.
It might be Stockholm. That sounds right.
Yeah, but I feel like it's never the city you think it is. It's gonna be like Andorra or Orlando or some bullshit. I don't fucking know.
I think
Stockholm is the capital
Is
of
it?
Sweden.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I said it so authoritative.
What's the capital of Denmark?
Copenhagen.
If it's like the biggest city, that's what I would assume. But I feel like it can't be. Is it?
Yes! Right again!
Is it? Oh, wait. Oh yeah. No. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
What's the capital of Canada? Destroyed. He's never getting it. Nope.
Fuck.
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
I'm thinking.
You're not. If you don't have it, you're not gonna have it.
Vancouver.
True. Oh, nice. Good job.
Is it actually?
No.
Fuck.
What is it, Canuck?
What was the name of Mao's?
Oh wait, Kyla doesn't know it.
Wait, I absolutely know my own.
Say it right now.
It's Ottawa.
Ottawa.
All right. Go.
What was the name of Mao's 5-year
didn't know
plan to move the country forward?
The Great
Reset. Leap. Dumbass. I know my commie history.
The
Okay,
Great
good
Leap.
job, guys. We did it. We made it 2 hours.
And how
Congratulations.
many millions of people died of famine?
For the Great Leap Forward?
8.
I'd say probably either 30 or 40.
It was like 50.
No,
50.
It was probably.
50.
It's like 25 to 50. They don't.
It was probably like 40 million.
25 to 50 million.
Good for you.
Yeah. Good for us. Look at you.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of numbers, how many died in the Holocaust? Jews.
How many people died in the Holocaust?
How many Jews died in the
Hutch.
Holocaust? Say it.
Hutch
What's
is
the number? What do you
6
think?
million.
Good.
Exactly?
Exactly.
Not 6,000,001?
No.
Not 5,999,999?
I go by what the books told me.
Around. Oh, so you just follow what the media tells you.
When you say the media,
When you say the media, what media are you believing?
The most, like on TV or just in general?
You're deflecting. That's it. That's it for this episode of Anything Else.
speaking to the mic.
With no...
Jesus Christ, Dan.
He's done that like 5 times.
Yeah, what are you doing,
it
man?
It feels aggressive, but I know that it's.
He's trying to be aggressive. He's kind of like a small dog that barks.
I'm a big dog.
You're not a big dog.
With that hat?
Yeah.
With that hat, it's I can imagine a Chihuahua wearing a hat just like that.
There's an expression. It's all hat, no cowboy.
Did you know that there's no terminal velocity for Chihuahuas?
First of all,
You just
they're
That I'm okay with that for
Test
that
it.
rumor.
Test it.
If you throw a Chihuahua out the window, it'll survive.
Chat can back me up on this. Chat, can cats reach?
Stop!
what?
No,
Why?
because
Why?
this leads to feline. It's a fake.
You think people are gonna test it?
It's not true.
Chat backs me up.
It's not true.
It is true.
If you throw a cat out of a window,
It will die. It will die.
It will die.
It will die.
I don't know why this moron.
Oh
you
my God.
Me?
think right now what you're saying.
Quiz me. Ask me anything.
If you throw
Anything?
a cat out of the window on the 20th story, what will happen to the cat?
It will survive.
It will die.
Statistically, you could do it on the 90th floor. You could do it on the 300th floor. I'm not advising that you try it with your cats.
You are so wrong and stupid.
Were there
and
a
incorrect.
depraved individual with no scruples that wanted to toss a cat
What you're
out
saying
in
right
that
now
hypothetical?
causes so many cat deaths. And you know the fact that you believe this makes me think less of you.
True.
Is what? Why
Did you see? Did you see the Wish, the cat movie? What am I thinking of? It was a good one. What's the name of the Shrek cat?
Homeward Bound.
No, the Shrek cat. Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish.
With
Did you see that movie?
I haven't seen it.
With the fucking what's his name? That actor.
The cat.
I don't know, but that's the name of the movie. It doesn't matter
Antonio
what the actor
Banderas.
is.
Antonio Banderas.
That's a good movie. You should watch it. I highly recommend
I heard it was
is
like
a good movie.
legitimately terrific.
Yeah, that's why do you think I'm saying it's a good movie?
I don't trust your movie takes. Just
Why?
generally
Because he hates Dune.
Because he doesn't
too.
like Dune.
Because
yeah,
Dune is a
exactly.
trash movie,
It's
obviously.
a slow blade. you don't understand.
They kind of gave up on that. In the second film.
they did, didn't they?
They kind of like
True.
even in the first film, the scene where Duncan Idaho's like going at it with the Sardaukar, there's just no
True.
He's just
Holy f***ing true.
You know the best part about Dune?
When it ends.
the cinematography and the music.
No.
Audio.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I would say the number one.
Dan's like, this is
number one
exactly what a
thing.
fake desert sounds like.
The number one part
Please.
of Dune that was the best over anything else.
Do you know what
Audio.
Denis Villeneuve film has better audio?
Blade Runner
Hold on.
2049.
Let me think.
Yes,
So this is
I
the
didn't-
only
you
other
didn't give me a
movie I
chance to
know of
think.
his.
that's the answer.
You don't even think
You
when
don't
you
have
ask
to
for time to think. You're looking at chat. We can all see it.
I'm not looking at chat. I have no side eye. I can't do it.
Did you know
here,
that
I
that's
don't know
not
what's
true?
going on.
Did you know that Jews have really good peripheral vision on average?
Do we?
I'm just gonna get real quiet every time you guys mention Jews, and I feel
Why?
like that's
It literally
Because
is Jewish.
You hate Jewish people? Why do you hate me? What specifically?
it's not your
The nose?
Jewishness.
Which part is it?
It's your lack of Jewishness.
It's that I'm not hundo percento.
We call him, he's a diasporoid,
Oh
okay?
my god.
Because he doesn't actually go back and
You
fight
would
for his
pogrom me,
country.
wouldn't you? You know, when I hear the word pogrom, I think of the pogo stick.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a special stream for
We don't know this
election
yet.
night.
Maybe.
Only maybe? You don't think we will?
I don't even know what is the date of that?
January 20th.
It's gonna end up being like 2020, where there's gonna be.
Oh,
a
no, not
fucking,
January 20th,
It's,
sorry.
it's gonna take them like 3 or
Cringe.
4 days to count the results.
We're talking about-
same thing's gonna happen.
Okay, but we're talking about like the election night. Would
Yeah.
you like to be there with me and Steve?
Maybe, yeah.
We're putting together a team of retards. Who else do you think would be good on this team?
Obama.
Sneako,
Sneako would be good on
just
this.
a one-off,
Yeah, a one-off.
just for the.
He's
content.
written them off, but this would be a one-time exception.
Maybe you could de-radicalize him.
What about-
on election night?
Mr. Mr.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love to be here, yeah.
He would be on there as well.
Yeah, he would be.
I love that every time I adjust
It's
this.
just triggering the fuck out of me.
Oh, yeah.
You're just gonna break all my shit. That's cool. That's all right. You're like an actual fucking demon child.
Okay. Hey, if you enjoyed this episode, you can find more at patreon.com/anything else.
A lot of bonus content.
This right here, this was only an hour. Do you know there's
No,
actually...
we did like 2 hours.
Yeah, this was actually 2 hours. You only saw an hour here.
But if we were near a black hole, it would be like 2 minutes.
It would be like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
but it's not. So if you want to catch the whole thing and not just this YouTube supercut, go to Patreon.com/anything else. You say it now.
Patreon.com/anything else.
There you go.